GameCentre Live.
Rogers GameCentre Live, yes.
Okay, what the hell's that?
Well, Roger, okay, so GameCentre Live last year it's traditionally has the out-of-market games. So, for example, the Vancouver Canucks regional games,
right.
You could watch them in Toronto. So what we've done is we've taken GameCentre and we've just made it significantly better. And we've added 50% more games. So now there's 1,000 games on GameCentre Live. And so when you actually look at the whole commitment that we made at the beginning of this when we acquired the rights was to give significant more coverage to Canadians than they've ever had before. And that's exactly what and on multiple devices. So we've obviously announced our linear schedule. And when you look at that, thanks very much for the coffee. Appreciate that. When you look at the Hockey Night in Canada, when you look at City, when you look at Sportsnet, you're going to get 300 more games than you've ever had before. When you look now on the tablet, and 50% of Canadians now have tablet, 83% have wireless devices. And when you think about live streaming on video on mobile devices, it's absolutely exploding. And sports is where it is exploding. Think about 5.5 million people watched online a little bit of the World Cup. 650,000 was the average of the gold medal hockey game in Sochi in 2014. So there is no question that people are consuming media completely different. And the tablet itself, the resolution has changed, the quality of it has. Yep. So it's now it's the tablet, I think, has been a game changer for the entire industry and the way people consume media. So now what we've done is say we're gonna make as many games available on Rogers GameCentre Live, which is mobile devices, tablet and wireless. So everything from, like last year, the Stanley Cup Finals and the playoffs weren't on GameCentre Live. Now they'll be on GameCentre Live. All the Wednesday night package on GameCentre Live. Saturday night Hockey Night in Canada will be on GameCentre Live. The Sunday Rogers hometown hockey will be on Rogers GameCentre Live. So as well as now the other big difference is the regional games themselves. So for example, last year, if you were a Vancouver Canuck fan, you saw none of the 82 games were on GameCentre Live. This year on Rogers GameCentre Live, all 82 games will be there. 32 from the national broadcaster, and then the other 58 from the regional broadcaster, both are us. But those will be what we call authenticated. You will have to have a Sportsnet subscription to get them. But if you're in Vancouver and you have Sportsnet, you'll be able to watch all 82 games on Rogers GameCentre Live. And for Rogers customers, it's free for the first 3 months.
Do you see the tablets and the handheld devices as second screens?
Yes,
primarily?
but I also see them now as primary screens.
Yeah,
too.
I wonder because I know
when you look at some of the new tablets that have come out, and like I said, more than 50% of Canadians now have it, and it's growing at a torrid pace. It is more than just a second screen, Doug. It is.
Okay.
It's you've seen it. You've seen the resolution. It's phenomenal.
I've seen the sport that I cover that, and it's still more. It's still more second screen there. It's something else that's on. They're watching the game on the television in their house, but they have their tablet in their lap watching the other game.
See, I have a concern about all this technology. I believe a day is coming soon when an announcement will be made that television is no longer available on television. It is only going to be available on devices.
Yeah, on devices.
You have to have devices. You can't
have a device.
I have a big ass TV. You have a big ass TV up at the cottage.
Yeah. Yes.
You won't be able to see anything on it. What's on tonight, honey? Nothing.
NCIS reruns.
Get your device.
Just a black screen.
It's all on device now.
Some old Criminal Minds, some CSI.
We developed technology where we can put 120-inch screens in homes and then immediately start programming to 2-inch screens.
Yes, but you'll be able to access those 120-inch screens from your 2-inch screen.
That's the magic of the technology.
Does that mean the end of cable?
There's cords.
So Rogers Cable's going out of business.
No, not at all.
Someone's got to get the thing into your house originally.
Yeah, it's called a pipe.
So I'll need a cable to get the thing to my 2-inch screen to transfer to my 120-inch screen so I can watch it.
You know what? Why don't you just write down your actual birth date down there, and we'll be able to
figure it out.
I don't understand any of this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
So wait a second.
To the birth date.
So let me go back to important stuff. First 3 months are free.
First 3 months are free.
And then?
Then we will tell you.
Then we'll tell you how much.
So it's available to all Canadians. Like I said, it's 50% more content than ever before on the tablet and on your mobile device. So if you're sitting there in the train and you want to watch the end of the Leafs overtime game, you'll be able to watch.
Can I ask you a question again on that regard? And I'm sure most of the audience who would be interested in this would know the answer to this.
Correct.
But I don't. So if I subscribe to this,
yes,
and I've never done this, I've never watched anything on anything other than television.
Yeah.
I know you have, but I've never watched anything on my phone or on a pad. No,
Really?
I never have.
Wow.
Never have.
Even Beeston does
I
that.
thought I was a Luddite. You're like
Beeston
crazy
doesn't-
worse. than
Beeston does not. He doesn't even have a cell phone.
Yes, he does. He does, and he watches the games on his Rogers Anyplace TV. He does.
Well, so I've never done that. I don't know how to do it.
Well, I'll show you how to do it. Not here, right
It's
now.
not hard.
No, but
We can have a demonstration come in and actually show you.
well, I don't think that'd be interesting for the audience because I'm sure they're all smart enough to know how to do it, and I've been doing it for years. I'm the only stupid one here, and I'm okay with that. So, if I'm getting the game on my cell phone, am I paying
Oh, you're talking data charges?
data
I
charges for
see.
that?
Okay. So the people that will get it free for 3 months are Rogers Wireless customers and internet subscribers. Wireless data customers and internet subscribers will get it free for 3 months.
Okay.
So here's the way it works. I'll try to be as
So I'm one of those, right? Like
Yes.
I'm a Rogers customer, so
Yeah.
I'm going
So
to get it for free for 3 months.
That's correct.
If only I could figure out how to find it.
That's correct. So
Which you're gonna
now,
teach
if you watch it as a second screen in your house, you will attach it to the Wi-Fi, and you'll never go through the data. You can watch. You less than 10% of people go through the data. If you're in and more locations are putting Wi-Fi in. So even like Scotiabank, the branches are going
Wi-Fi.
Are going Wi-Fi. So if you're
So you're telling me I may have to go to a bank branch to watch the game?
no.
Most
I'm
saloons
saying
have Wi-Fi too, so
most-
you're okay there.
Most saloons, most restaurants.
Do they carry Stone Ridge, though?
Yeah, more and more have Wi-Fi.
Okay, so
And there you will never.
now what if
you
I'm
will
up
never-
at your cottage?
You will never.
You and I are sitting out on the dock.
We have
The
Wi-Fi at the
loons
cottage.
are in the
But
background.
if we get outside of the Wi-Fi area, then you're using on the
Oh.
LTE or the 3G network. Then your data charges will go up. So
now I got to get one of those packages where I get unlimited data, right? Which are like a couple $1 million a year.
Yeah. So a couple things.
Chump
First of
change
all,
for you.
that's why you have measures, and that's why we have measures in place so that you can actually monitor your data use. So you can log on to My Rogers app and you can find out how much data you're using. So if you're getting to your maximum,
Right.
then you will know. Then you will also never, the minute that you get, if you ever do get $50 over your data package, then we will call you right away. We'll also work with you so that you can get an actual data plan that is.
That allows me to do this.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is now, let's be honest. Everyone is consuming more data because more and more content is being available.
Sure, I get that.
Online
Yeah.
and over the top. So this is going to be a question that is going to come up over and over and over again. So the idea would be for you to actually watch the Game Center live, either in your home where Wi-Fi or in a location where there's Wi-Fi. However, if in fact you want to watch the overtime or if you want to watch a period, you're not going to go through your one game, for example, would be probably a gigabyte, and your average package would probably be between 5 or 10 gigabytes. So you'd have to watch about 10 games for your average package to be in trouble. Okay, so you're watching. Does that make sense? Have I explained that?
No, that sort of makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I'm trying to understand this. And,
No, you understand it.
Do you think people will turn on to games during them when they hear what's going on in them in this live package?
I think Doug, you talked about the second screen, and I think the second screen is kind of that the word that was used 5 or 6 years ago, synergies, and this is the new thing. Well, but I think it's reality. And we're going to announce in the next couple of weeks even more robust way to use the second screen and tablet and Game Center Live. This was just the beginning of our announcement around Game Center. But when you think about the second screen, you might be watching the Leaf game, and you want to watch the Montreal Canadiens game at the same time. Then you'll be watching it on GameCentre.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So it can work as a second screen. It can work as a primary screen. It can work as you'll see in the coming weeks without getting too much into it.
I would presume
there will be a couple of cool options that we'll be
far more interactive than watching on television. I know that the tablet viewing and phone viewing in basketball is far more conversant.
Well,
you're able to.
If you look at Next Issue, and I don't know if you've subscribed to Next Issue, and I think that's the future of publishing, where you get 100 magazines for $9.99 for the monthlies, and I think it's $14.99 for the weeklies. But Bob, and you would appreciate this. Like you pick up a magazine like Golf Digest or Golf World, and I think it was Golf World I was reading a couple of weeks ago, on Next Issue on the tablet, and in the middle of the article that was being written, I just clicked on a little button, and Tom Watson was showing me how to chip.
Yeah,
right.
That's
where it's going.
Well, I've seen you chip you, so you could use that help.
You know what? You're probably right.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's where like Sports Illustrated goes that way with its online product. In the middle of the story is a
and that's
story
from
the past. When you click on it, you read
it. And that's how the tablet is unbelievable. And it can combine video, it can combine print. It's that's why I believe Next Issue is the future of publishing.
And that's where I presume the hockey live would go. Eventually, you'll be able to get other stuff while you're watching the game.
The user interface for Rogers GameCentre Live is going to be terrific.
Yeah.
And when we announce later on, as we get closer to puck drop on October 8th, we're going to announce some of the innovation that we're doing around GameCentre and around the broadcasting, and you will start to get the application.
So this is available now. What do you do to get it?
You by the end of the week, you'll be able to sign up
subscribe for it, right?
Yeah, subscribe for it. To register if you're obviously a Rogers Wireless Data or an internet customer, and it will be it'll be ready to go by October 8th. And I think, as I said, I think that the schedule is just unbelievable. And even if you're if you're living in Toronto, whether you're living in Calgary, whether you're living in Edmonton, you'll be able to get every one of your games on the tablet if you're a Sportsnet subscriber. And even if you're not, like last year, for example, there were no in-market Vancouver Canucks games or Toronto Maple Leaf games on GameCentre Live. This year, right,
they're all there.
Well, this year there will be 40 Toronto Maple Leaf games on GameCentre Live that even if you're not a Sportsnet subscriber, you will get.
Oh, you can get those then?
Right? Because and that's where it gets a little bit complicated because all the national games, right? The Hockey Night in Canada, the Rogers Hometown Hockey on Sunday night, which schedule is nothing short of terrific. The Wednesday night package, which was on another network before, which is now on Sportsnet. All those games are going to be on GameCentre.
Regardless.
And they are going to be unauthenticated. So if you want to subscribe to it and you have any type of internet provider, you can subscribe to it and get those games. So
hang on a second. Can I here's a question that was maybe so obvious I didn't ask it. Mm-hmm. If I buy this package, can I watch this on my television, or is it only an internet feed?
No, it's an internet feed. If you wanted to watch it on your tablet, the only somewhat comparable is the Center Ice package,
right?
But it's not nearly as robust as GameCentre.